This is the BJA Blue Belt second Q syllabus. Everything you need to know. In this syllabus, there are 6 throws, 6 chokes, and 1 arm lock. There's also a few entries to all of those techniques that you need to know. An important thing about this syllabus is this is where we introduce sacrifice throws and chokes, sumitemi waza, and shime waza. What's really important about this is that you are safe with it and that you inform your partners when practicing that you're going to be doing this. Make sure with your coaches that they know you're going to be practicing this, just so everyone's aware of the risks and the safety precautions that need to be in place for this. Let's get over it. Tomoe nage. With Tomoe nage, I'm taking a sleeve lapel grip. What's important is I'm going to be bringing my foot up. I'm going to go across my partner's waistline along their hip, not on their stomach, not on their thigh. It's going to go across their belt. I'm going to get my butt. It's going to go between my partner's legs. I'm going to create some tension with my hands, bringing them into me, and that's how I'm going to complete the throw. Yoko Tomoe nage. With Yoko Tomoe nage, traditionally I'm going to be throwing towards the sleeve side. So it's going to be my sleeve side leg, comes up, goes onto my partner's hip. Again, I'm going to, instead of going backwards, Yoko means side, I'm going to go sideways. I'm going to drop to my hip, it's on the side that I'm falling to, steer my partner over as I lift them onto my foot, and they're going to land on their back. Yoko guruma. With Yoko guruma, sleeve lapel, I'm going to be taking my front foot and it's going to be kicking a football between my partner's legs. I'm going to use that momentum to swing my partner over. So they're going to my back corner, Yoko again meaning side, I'm dropping to my side, they're going over me sideways. This is most commonly done as a counter for something like tai otoshi, so when my partner comes in, I'm going to step over, swing my leg between their legs and counter the tai otoshi with Yoko guruma. Waza. Similar to Yoko guruma, I'm going to be falling backwards and dropping to my hip, except this time instead of going between my partner's legs, I'm going to be dropping backwards, taking my back leg, putting it out so that they will trip over it, or it will stop them from stepping. I'm going to direct them over me with my arms. Tani otoshi. I think about Tani otoshi a lot like how I think about waza. So with waza, I was sticking my leg out and falling backwards. In Tani otoshi, I'm going to be sticking my leg up behind their legs and putting all the weight on their heels, dropping backwards. Tani otoshi can be done both sides, so it can be done on the lapel side, or I can come around this side and go Tani otoshi as well. And it can also very commonly be done as a counter to a turn throw. So if my partner comes in for haragoshi, I can defend by bringing them towards me, dropping backwards. A real safety point on Tani otoshi. This is probably the most injury-causing technique in judo. This is because if I try and drive through my partner's knee and sit on it and put lots of weight on, that's going to be a really bad thing for their legs, their judo career, and our friendship. So when we're practicing this, safety is key. Always talk to your coaches about what is safe for you in your club. Talk to your partners as well. Soto, makikomi. Soto makikomi means outer wrap. What does that mean? It means I'm going to wrap my partner around me. My lapel hand comes across, I clamp over their tricep. Comes to me, I bring my head all the way through, I wrap them all the way around me, so then I finish by turning my shoulders. When done more competitively, or a lot of the time when you do this, you will fall with your partner and tend to land in a hold down, holding them. I'll show you what that looks like now. When doing it like that, you'll notice I tend to move my leg out of the way and I fall to this hip. This is quite painful for uki sometimes, especially if you're doing it over and over again. So again, please communicate with your partner what you and they are both comfortable with. Koshi jime. So with Koshi jime, I'm going to take the hand that is closest to the head. It goes through and grabs the lapel. The free hand can come through and help feed that in so it's nice and deep. And then it's going to come and grab either the elbow, the wrist, or the trouser leg, just so that my partner can't move. To finish, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to flex my wrist so it goes into their carotid artery. I'm going to bring my hip through, and that's going to help put more pressure on. That's why it's Koshi jime, hip strangle. Notice how my partner did a really nice tap there. That's how they signal to me that the technique is working, and I can safely know when to let go immediately. With Koshi jime, you do need to know an entry to this. So when my partner goes drop nage, I kill this attack. I'm already holding the lapel. Just grab, it comes through. Kata jime. With Kata jime, I'm taking one hand again, opening the collar out, and grabbing my leg, comes across. I'm going to grab, usually their leg, underhooking it. I'm going to bend them like a bow and arrow. Some people will call this a bow and arrow choke. Kata jime means single hand strangle. Notice my partner tapped me that time. It's very easy for them to do so. Again, that's the safest way to tell your partner that you are tapping. You do also need to know an entry to this, which is called rolling strangle. Some people call it a British strangle. My hand comes in. I'm grabbing the lapel. They could have done a drop nage. They could have just been here. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to do a roll and break fall over my partner. Notice how I've landed in the position we were just practicing. Okuri jime. Okuri jime means sliding collar strangle. I'm going to take the collar, open it out, my hand goes all the way in. Now my free hand comes across, grabs the other lapel, and I flex my wrist, and I pull this gi taut. The really important thing with this is one hand is under their arm, one hand is over. I'm not both over, I'm not both under. The choking hand is over, the supporting hand is under. We also need an entry for this, which we'll do from turtle. My partner's gone to turtle. I get my hooks in, which means both of my legs on the inside of their thighs. I'm going to extend them out. One hand goes in, other hand goes in. I can either finish from here, or I can roll. I'm now holding in this position, hand on the lapel, other hand on the support, extend. Juji jime. There are three types of Juji jime. There is Kata Juji jime, where I have fingers in on one side and thumb in on the other. I finish by bringing my elbows towards my chest and extending my wrists. Gyaku Juji jime. Fingers in on both sides. Exact same principle, elbows come down, flex the wrists. And finally, Nami Juji jime. Both thumbs in on one side, thumbs in on the other, nice and deep. And we finish by flexing the wrist and bringing the elbow down. A couple of core principles here, especially with Kata Juji jime, the choking arm, the fingers in one needs to be nice and deep. We're getting all the way to the back. The thumb arm is just a supporting arm to hold the gi in place. We finish. You need to be able to do this with your partner between your legs, in guard. You also need to be able to do this from Tateshi Gatami or mount. Same principle, fingers in, my fist goes to the ground, other hand, fingers in. I finish by bringing my elbows to my chest and extending my wrists. Uri garami. Uri garami is arm entanglement. We grab the wrist with our hand that's close to the head. I take the free hand, it goes under the elbow and grabs my own wrist. To finish, there are 3 ways. 1, I lift the elbow up. 2, I bring the elbow closer to the waist. And 3, I turn the wrist. If you do all 3 of those at once, it will come on much quicker. I'm not going to do that to my partner. You also need to know an entry to this from Kazuri Kata. If my partner attempts to defend by putting their hand on my chest, I'm going to grab it, grab the wrist, turn so that my chest is on their chest, my wrist is on my wrist, and I finish. Now I'm going to reiterate the fact that it's important for you to realise that these techniques, some of them come with an increased amount of risk. I'm sure that if you're doing them safely in your dojo, with your coaches, and informing your partners and your coaches that you are performing these techniques, everyone will be able to be as safe as possible. But it's really important to remember, tap your partner if you don't like what they're doing to you. Make sure when performing these in randori or in technical that you're expecting your partner to tap. And if in doubt, just let go. Your ego isn't as important as their safety. Your coach might not ask you about every single thing in this grading, but if you learn everything in it, I'm sure you'll pass. Now that you're getting to one of the higher grades, it's important to realise they might start asking you about things in previous grades as well. I'm sure you can go and revise those. I have videos on all of the previous grades as well. But thank you for watching. Good luck in your gradings. Saramade.